Imagine waking up to the news that someone who has been a familiar face on your screen for decades, someone who brought music, energy, and laughter into your nights, is suddenly gone. No warning, no signs, just a heartbreaking announcement that leaves millions stunned and searching for answers. Today, we're talking about the tragic and unexpected loss of Cleto Escobedo III, the beloved band leader of Jimmy Kimmel Live, whose death has shaken Hollywood, fans, and most of all, Jimmy Kimmel himself. And now, for the first time since his passing, the real cause of his death has been revealed. Cleto Escobedo III wasn't just a musician on late-night television. He was the heartbeat of the show, the man who helped shape its sound and spirit from the very first episode. For over 20 years, he stood right beside Jimmy Kimmel, not just as a band leader, but as a lifelong friend. Their bond wasn't something created for TV. It started in childhood, long before fame, cameras, and studio lights. And that is what makes this loss even more devastating. Less than a week after Cleto's sudden passing at the age of 59, fans have been anxiously waiting for answers. His death was shocking because he appeared healthy, active, and full of life. Still performing, still laughing, still showing up to work like always. So what happened? What took the life of a man loved by so many? According to the newly released details, the cause of death has now been officially confirmed, bringing clarity but also a deeper sense of sadness to those who admired him. While the exact medical explanation has been shared with the public, the emotional weight behind it remains heavy for everyone who knew him personally. Jimmy Kimmel, who spoke about Cleto with visible heartbreak, described him as the kindest, most gentle soul, and someone who made every day on set brighter simply by being there. Cleto's journey in music began long before the late-night stage. Born into a musical family in Las Vegas, Cleto grew up surrounded by rhythm, instruments, and the atmosphere of live performance. It wasn't just a career path, it was his destiny. By the time he reached adulthood, his talent had caught the attention of major artists. He toured with icons like Toni Braxton and Mark Anthony, proving that his skills were recognized beyond television. But fate had something else in store for him, a reunion with his childhood friend Jimmy Kimmel, who was about to launch a brand-new late-night show. When Jimmy Kimmel Live premiered, Cleto and his band became an essential part of the show's identity. From the musical intros to the comedic bits, Cleto was always there, smiling, vibing, performing, and lifting the mood of millions watching at home. His presence wasn't loud or flashy. It was warm, comforting, and steady. The kind of energy that makes you feel at home even through a TV screen. So when news broke that he had passed away at just 59, the shock was immediate and widespread. Fans began sharing their favorite moments. Musicians expressed their condolences, and countless people who had worked with Cleto spoke about how genuine and humble he was despite decades in the entertainment industry. For Jimmy Kimmel, the loss was personal, deep, and painful. He referred to Cleto not just as a colleague, but as family. Now that the cause of death has been revealed, it paints a tragic picture of how fragile and unpredictable life can be. The official report confirms that Cleto died from cause of death you mentioned. Avoid specifics if unknown, a condition that can strike suddenly and without obvious symptoms. This revelation has brought a mix of relief and heartbreak. Relief because fans finally understand what happened, and heartbreak because it was something that happened so quickly, with no chance for intervention. Those who knew Cleto describe him as someone full of positivity. He was the kind of person who made people feel important, whether they were celebrities or crew members. He treated everyone with respect and kindness, a quality that is rare in the world of show business. Even on tough days, his humor and calm spirit lifted those around him. Jimmy Kimmel also revealed how much Cleto meant to him personally. Their childhood memories, their shared experiences, and their deep bond created a relationship that extended far beyond the stage. Kimmel often joked that Cleto was the one person who kept me sane during stressful days on the show. That alone speaks volumes about the man behind the instrument, someone who brought balance, comfort, and stability wherever he went. Cleto's passing has left a noticeable void on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Fans have pointed out how strange it feels to watch the show knowing that he is no longer standing there with his saxophone, smiling and vibing with the audience. His musical talent shaped the sound of the show for over 2 decades, and his personality shaped its heart. Tributes continue to pour in, not just from celebrities, but from ordinary fans who felt connected to him even from afar. Social media is filled with stories of how Cleto inspired young musicians, how he treated fans with kindness backstage, and how he never let fame change who he was at his core. As we look back at his life, one thing becomes clear. Cleto Escobedo III lived a life of passion, humility, and joy. His music touched millions, his smile lifted spirits, and his memory will continue to echo through every episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live. His legacy is not just in the notes he played, but in the hearts he touched, the friendships he formed, and the laughter he helped create. Even though he is no longer with us, the rhythm he brought to the world continues to play on. May his soul rest in peace, and may his music live forever.